about to kick it off to get us underway. He's going to bring it out from deep. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Here comes the offense on first down. Power football with the run. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. Takes a handoff. It's Traynor. On the move at the 30. Off he goes. He's at the 40. And after gobbling up some serious yardage and showing off those wheels, he's finally out of bounds.
This guy strikes fears into the hearts of every defensive coordinator, David, with that speed. If you give this guy any open grass, man, he's gone.
It's just silly. Look at the angles, people trying to catch him, but he's got so much juice. He can outrun those angles and make enormous plays.
That last big play has them in position to threaten here. 1st and 10 from the 37. On the move. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-gain land. The Wildcat is racing to the line in the hurry-up. The give to the left. They'll give him 4 on that one. It's 3rd and 6. Trying to pick up a first down. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away.
Got to give the defense credit on that play, taking everything away, forcing the incompletion. Now it's decision time. 4th and short, and you're in field goal range. What do you do here?
This offense has moved into plus territory, and they want to keep the heat on. They'll go for it on 4th down. Now improvising. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Got all he needed for the first down, and then he gets down on the slide.
You know, QBs want to make those big plays. They want to put up the big stats. But when nothing's there, sometimes you just tuck the ball, get a minimal gain. I like the slide, by the way, too. Get down and don't take a big hit.
This Kentucky offense really moving the ball quickly. They'll try the run. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And defense nowadays, they don't look at stats of what is the yards per rush. They look at how many negative plays they can create. Because why? Now you look at 2nd down, man, it just became very predictable for this offense. Nice job creating the loss on 1st down.
Able to make the stop after a gain of 2 to the 22.
All right, well, the offense here, they're trying to get this run game established. They obviously don't break off a long run there, but they're just trying to find their footing at this point.
Let's see what they've dialed up on 3rd and long from the 22. To throw, it's Wimsatt. Makes the grab on the left. Touchdown, Kentucky! Made the snag and strolled his way into the end zone.
Well, you know this offensive coordinator scripts his opening 10, 15 plays, and he didn't even need that. They went 9 plays and scored a touchdown. Everything working perfectly. They look like a well-oiled machine early in this game offensively.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the PAT makes it 7-0. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. He'll bring it out. It's Smith. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. First down here for the offense. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. He found a hole, got about 5. He's down at the 21.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for it.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Listen, I know there are a lot of DBs out there that all they want to do is get interceptions and dance in the end zone. This dude likes to put his face in the fan, get close to the line of scrimmage, and tackle. And on the opening drive that he's out there, he gets a huge tackle for loss early. That is a statement play.
Unloads to the wideout. And they'll miss the connection here on third down. They told us they were going to be aggressive no matter where they were on the field. Didn't take long to prove it. Going for it on fourth down in their first drive. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Oh, and it's picked off. Threw it right into the teeth of double coverage. Touchdown, Kentucky. A great return for the touchdown. Any return for a touchdown is a great one to a defense.
Yeah, how about that, man? Fourth down, trying to go make a play, get this offense going, get it sparked, get some points on the board, and that couldn't have gone any worse. They throw the pick. Not only that, they return it all the way back for 6. That offense just shot themselves right in the foot.
And the extra point makes it 14-0. They're about to kick it away, and the defense probably can't wait to get back out there after the pick 6. Fielded in the end zone, it's Smith. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
Well, it's an electrifying run. When you think about the tradition at the running back position for the Bulldogs, Herschel Walker and his Heisman Trophy, Knowshon Moreno, and how about this? Todd Gurley, Nick Chubb, and Sony Michel all there at the same time. I bet this guy could have gotten to that rotation, though, because he's got those types of skills. All right, well, look, I know the defense was feeling real good about their run D coming into this one and how they've been playing up to this point, but finally, David, the offense breaks through and they finally generate something positive on the ground.
And I can't tell you how easy it is. When you're going to throw the ball consistently, and I know it, I'm going to pin my ears back, and I'm going to get to the quarterback. It makes life really easy on the defensive line. But when you can have balance, now the defense doesn't know what's coming. They need more of this if they're going to be successful on offense. First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down, gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
Georgia ready to dial it up on another first down. From the gun, the running back has it. Not much room, a pickup of 2 down to the 28.
And those physical runs take a toll. It might not be a big game now, but down the road, third, fourth quarter, late in the ball games, they tend to turn into bigger runs.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. They run the reverse. And after the stop, that is going to put a bow on this first quarter. They've changed ends of the field, now facing third down as they go back to work. Looking for a man. It's back. It's complete to the left. Excellent job working through the air. They're finding a hole in that defense and picking up a first down. Looking for room. It's Etienne. Made a little something out of that run. He picked up a couple down to the 14. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. He's looking for an open man on second down. And he got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete.
Love the competitive nature by the defender on that play. That's just a 50-50 ball, and that defender swatted it away.
Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a first and goal. Caught over the middle. It's Urasek. Works his way to the 4-yard line, and they'll have it first and goal.
And that is a huge conversion on third and long for the offense. I think a lot of people thinking, hey, we're just going to try to get a couple yards, help our kicker out here to kick a field goal. But instead, they get a massive play.
And he will take it in. Touchdown, Dogs!
And what did I start for this offense? The throw game getting working, getting the touchdown pass. This quarterback getting a little bit of confidence. This passing game getting in a rhythm. Nice start for this offense.
On to attempt the try. And after the extra point, they've cut the lead in half, down 14-7. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. And they cap the drive with a 4-yard touchdown pass. The kickoff team out there set to boot it away. He's going to try his luck from the end zone. Bulldozes his way through. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he'd just taken a knee in the end zone. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. After standing on the sideline and watching that long touchdown drive, they really need to put something together to give their defense a rest.
And that's a real thing, man. Like, you played a lot of plays, you get worn out, you need a chance to go decompress on the sideline, get some oxygen. Palmer, now it's on this offense.
Yeah, this
Lost one deep down the right side. Catch inside the 25. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Wildcats!
You know, quarterbacks and receivers. Develop confidence and chemistry as the game goes on. These two right now are definitely on the same page.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. You want to see quick strike ability? It was epitomized there. 2 plays, 80 yards, touchdown on the board. He'll bring it out. It's Evans. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game. So, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
They'll run it out of the shotgun. They needed to find enough space and get it moving forward, and they're up to the 22. They'll need to convert this third down from their own 22 to get this drive jump-started. Fast motion from the offense. They'll throw on 3rd and short. Going for the big play. He hauls it in, and nobody's close. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. Georgia coming out with a fresh set of downs. To the air, it's Beck. Finds the tight end. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. New set of downs after that completion. They'll move the running back to try to force the defense to adjust. Past the 25. Oh, look out! Into the end zone. Touchdown, Georgia! Can these guys just score from anywhere out there? After that drive, it sure looks that way.
And that's what separates some really good offenses from great offenses. When you're backed up in a bad position and you can still fight your way out and go get you a touchdown, that's a great drive by the offense.
Lining up to add another. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they pay it off with a strike from 38 yards out. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And he's going to run it back. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Kentucky has it back, and the Big Blue offense takes the field. The way this game started, you feel as if you have to score a touchdown every time you have it, and now we'll see if they can respond.
Yeah, and I wonder how much pressure that puts on the offense. Jesse, like, you know this is back and forth. I got to score, and every possession matters so much. What does that do to you as a quarterback?
Well, it puts a lot more pressure on you for sure to feel like I got to make every third down throw.
He'll off one deep down the left side. And the deep shot is complete inside the 35-yard line. Touchdown, Wildcats. And once he found daylight, it was Katie bar the door, baby.
There's usually two different thought processes when I'm backed up towards my own goal line. Run it, create more space, or take a big shot, try to make a big play. And did this offense ever make a big play? 90-plus yard touchdown. That is how you do it.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. This offense prides itself on going after you, and they did with that long touchdown pass to finish off a 2-play drive. Coming out with it, it's Smith. He stopped at the 23, a couple of yards short of where he would have been with a touchback. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the ball.
Here they come, 1st and 10 from the 48. Looking to throw, it's back. Throws to the wideout. Complete downfield.
When you're going to run a comeback route, you've got to sell like you're going deep, and that was a great job there by the receiver, really making that corner think he was running deep down the field. So we got the corner to turn his hips, turn his shoulders, and then the receiver was able to just pivot around to make it an easy pass and catch.
That, friends, is a busted play. Incomplete.
And there's an example of what happens when the quarterback doesn't have a chance to set his feet. The pressure just forced him to have to work off schedule a little bit. And I think because of that, wasn't able to be as accurate as he wanted to be.
They'll go to the ground. Maybe a 3-yard pickup there, 3rd and long coming up.
I like feeding my guy. I like getting my running back touches, feeding the ball so he can break some of those big runs. But I'm also okay with these little ones. Set the tone, stay balanced.
And the defense knew exactly where that first down line was, and they stopped him short. If you don't convert on this 4th down, there will be questions about passing on the field goal try. He caught it. Well, they just drained all the suspense out of the 4th down conversion, moving the chains easily. The corners are walked up tight. Barges ahead. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
There is nowhere to run and nowhere to hide in these situations. You know the physical ground game comes into play inside the 5-yard line, and they match the intensity. Nice job. Everybody flying around to the football, making the tackle for a loss. Nice job by this defense.
They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches.
And with the stuff there, Jesse, on 2nd down, this little 3rd to mid-range, you got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter and giving him a run-pass option. See if you can get the defense in a bind.
They relentlessly move forward. Now it's getting down to cases. 3rd and goal. Jumped on top of the pile. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. And the offense doesn't bat an eye. They'll stay on the field and try to score from the 1 on 4th down. They'll run it. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Bulldogs. Ready to try the point after. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. They marched 78 yards down the field, and they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. They got the late touchdown on the board, now about to kick it away and hoping the defense can keep them from answering. Fielded in the end zone. It's Brown. He took the risk, bringing it out of the end zone, and he'll go out of bounds at the 20. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. Now they're backed up here, Jesse. Wonder how aggressive they're willing to be.
I think it's going to come down to how much confidence they have in this quarterback and his decision-making, because you cannot throw an interception at this part of the field with this little time.
Right down the gut of the field. The 20. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Kentucky!
How about the day for this young fella? That's a 4-game stretch. Nope, 4 touchdowns in 1 game. He has been the focal point of this offense, and he has not disappointed.
He'll try to tack on 1 more. The kick is up and good, and put 1 more on the lead. That one's going to get a little star marked beside it on the play sheet. 1 play, explosive, touchdown just like that. He'll bring it out. It's Smith. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? They're going to throw it to start the drive. He hurls one deep down the left side. It's complete. A huge pickup. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. He'll take a shot. He can't find his man, and the clock stops with 6 seconds left.
You know, it's a good decision by the QB because his intended target wasn't open, so throw it out of bounds, and you can live to play another day here on this drive.
They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. These DBs going to give a little cushion. Second and 10, he'll throw again. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. Can't make the connection. Incomplete pass, and 1 second remains. And as the first half draws near to a close, here comes the field goal unit. He's going to reach for a long one, a 52-yard attempt. It is good. And the field goal to end the half takes us to halftime. 35, Georgia, 24. Kentucky teeing it up and ready to go here in the second half. He'll bring it out. It's Smith. He's got great speed. Oh, what vision. There he goes. Open it up. He will score. Touchdown, Dogs.
We just went to half and we drew up all these adjustments. Things we got to do differently to take advantage. How about the special teams coming out to start the second half and setting the tone, taking the kick all the way back for 6. You don't draw it up any better than that.
And after the extra point, the lead is now down to 4, 35-31. They're lining up to kick it off full of momentum after housing that last kickoff. Fielded in the end zone, it's Brown. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. Kentucky has it back, and the Big Blue offense takes the field. Boy, that last touchdown, the one-play quick strike scored. Jesse, this offense hoping to keep that kind of explosiveness going.
I don't know if they're going to get the same looks defensively because of just how explosive that play was, Reese. David, they may be seeing a little bit more...
The receiver was doubled, and they picked it off. He couldn't quite get loose on that return, but he'd already made the play, and they've got it at the 35.
QBs have to understand, when I'm throwing against zones, I got to manipulate guys with my eyes. I might have to look one direction to create an opening to throw.
A shot toward the end zone, and he'll sail it way too far for everybody.
And listen, as a quarterback, you're trying to find the matchup, trying to find who's open. I don't know if anybody was open, but that was not a greatly thrown football. I don't know if it was miscommunication, but the ball thrown out of bounds, and just on to the next down.
They wrestle him to the ground, but he's got plenty for a first down.
You ain't getting by all these guys right up the middle unless your offensive line and your tight ends and everybody is putting in the work up front, committing to blocking. The running back does a great job finding the hole, exploding through. How about that nice, big, huge game? If I'm the OC, let's call that one again.
Bad news on that play, it's an incompletion. The good news is the quarterback knew if his guy wasn't going to catch it, nobody was with that ball landing out of bounds.
Quickly complete. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the first down.
This defense is flying around with bad intentions. How about the stick the defender just laid on the tight end?
And the Dogs are on the move. From the gun, the ground game. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making the good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of pay dirt.
And that was a nice second down run and setting up 3rd and inches. And now it's physical time, right? Like, they know you might run the football. You know you probably want to run the football. How can you be more physical? Sometimes bring some extra bodies, some extra tight ends in. Go to that play that you know is your short yardage play.
They'll immediately call timeout. Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. 3rd down. They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. He just needed a yard on 3rd down, and there just wasn't any room to pick it up.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
Touchdown, Georgia! And that one will give them the lead. Lining up for the PAT. And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. So they take over with great starting field position, moving 36 yards, and finish the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. He'll bring it out. It's Brown. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline after a pick.
Do that again, and you'll be right here beside me for the rest of the game. You got to go out. You got to call your plays. And I hope this coaching staff isn't going to be afraid to throw it this route.
And they'll come to the line just needing a few chain links for a first down. Back to throw, it's Wimsatt. He looks that one in nicely. Wrestled down at the 32 after a pickup of 5.
And when you run those drag routes, it just takes a little bit of a note. And I say that receivers got to understand, find space. My quarterback's going to find me. He's looking for that space at the same time. Nice throw, nice catch. Way to get the first down.
With a first down, they'll snap it from the 32. To the ground with the back. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming. Kentucky right back to the line. Here's the give off the left side. And you want to talk about gang tackling. Everybody on the defense run to the ball. Will they keep it on the ground again here on 3rd down? They'll try to bully their way for the first. Oh, there's the ball. Defense coming up with a huge fumble recovery. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
As a defender, you dream about those big hits. You work hard on it in practice, closing space, getting close, and just sticking that guy and causing the fumble.
The give to the back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Maybe that stop shows this defense is tightening up, especially in the run game. The offense, frankly, they've been able to do whatever they want to do. They just handed the ball off. This guy's having success left and right. No sir, no mas, get it together.
Caught near the sticks. It's Lovett. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play. That was a really nice catch and an even better run after the grab.
And get that ball to your playmaker. What's good about having him in the slot is he can go either direction. You can get him matched up on somebody that's not as fast. And you watch, he can run away from those linebackers or safeties.
Got enough space. And he sprints to the end zone. Touchdown, Bulldogs. Precision blocking up front created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. Kickoff team has the ball teed up and they're about ready to go. Coming out with it, it's Brown. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Kentucky has it back, and the Big Blue offense takes the field. They are trailing by 10 here, Jesse, but this is the type of team that seems comfortable in an offensive shootout.
You got to hold serve at this point, right? You got to drive the field, put some more points up on the board. Yeah, they just scored. You can answer that now and keep this thing close, David.
And I think you're used to that as offense. Like, football is so fast-paced now and you score so quickly, it's not that big of a deal to get down 10. You keep being aggressive.
The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. He lobs one high down the left side. A full dive to haul that one in. Kentucky going quickly.
Man, that's a tough play to make. When you're that far down the field and you're trying to control your body and run as you're laying out, that's a really great effort, really good concentration, and that is how you make your quarterback look really good.
And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. The defense calls the timeout. They're second of the day as they try to get their act together. Line getting set on second down. The hand to the running back. And he found plenty of running room on that one before the defense was finally able to get him down. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. With the run on 1st and goal. And that defense pushing him out of bounds after a short gain.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter of play. With the score, Georgia 45, Kentucky 35.
They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. They'll run it to the left, looking for the end zone. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Kentucky. Old Uncle Mo has changed sidelines.
Look out, brother. Here's what happens, right? Something happens, get you close in the ball game. Your defense needs to come out here, get a stop, get that ball back to the offense. Oh, Uncle Mo on your side.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. Fielded in the end zone. It's Smith. Slips through the line. Just barely able to stop him. He almost housed that baby. The nice return there. That last line of coverage is the only thing that stopped him from scoring. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. Looking for space. It's Etienne. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
That's such a nice start to this drive, too, because you've got the lead late and you want to run the football. You want to be physically dominant. Defense knows you're going to do it, and still, on the very first play of the drive, you're able to rip off a long run like that. Great vision there and a nice job up front with the serve.
He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And it's intercepted. A huge fourth quarter play for this defense.
We talk about having to have it. We needed to force the turnover. We had to get the football back. They're in such a good position to run out the clock, try to win. No, sir. Our ball, 1st down.
The give to the back. Crosses the 30. He's got away.
And he finally breaks one. They get rewarded. They've been trying to run the football, Palmer, but just haven't had success all day.
Yeah, and the staff never gave up on him, too, right? They kept giving him opportunities, and maybe that's the run that starts to open things up here later in this game for this guy.
Big play to start this drive. Now they'll snap it from the 39. Right back to the well. At midfield, he's got room. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a 1st down.
Well, no surprise. I mean, with the way they're running the ball early in this game, they're just going to keep doing it. And they're just not hammering out 2, 3, 4-yard gains. They're gashing this defense. You saw it right there.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
Leaves it with the back. That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5.
Well, they're just trying to run the ball, but that time there was absolutely nowhere for the running back to go, and as a result, that's a tackle for loss.
What a big play this one could be. Tight game, getting late, 3rd and long coming up. Dropping back, it's Wimsatt. Throws for the tight end. Pulls it in. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. He just didn't have a chance to get loose and make his way to that first down marker.
And I think fans get upset sometimes, like run your route past the sticks so we get the first down, but nice job by the defense understanding where the sticks were and forcing the 4th down.
Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. Sometimes we don't give enough credit to a receiver knowing exactly where he needs to be on the field, and they pick up the first down there.
Yeah, and you've got to give the receiver credit, obviously knowing where that is, but the defender needs to know where it is too. Where is he trying to get? That ball's going to come out quick. He didn't really understand where the sticks were, and because of that, he gives up the first down. He needed to just be a little bit more aware as a defensive guy.
And how about the work up front by that big defensive line?
Well, you love to see that from the defense, right? It's like bend, don't break. They've given up a bunch of plays on this drive, but now that they're getting down close to field goal range, you're seeing them start to stiffen up there.
Yeah, and plays don't matter anymore. Yards don't matter. All that matters with these defenses nowadays is points and limiting them.
This defense really is on their heels. They've been on the field now for a long time on this drive, and they're just getting pushed around at the point of attack up front like we saw in that last play.
We've reached the 2-minute warning, and the defense needs to come up with a stop to close this thing out. And the Wildcats come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Going to the running game. And they try to run inside, and there is nowhere to go.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened.
On the ground, it's Patterson. He picks up 4. That'll leave them with 3rd and 6. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. Already well within field goal range. Wonder how aggressive they'll be on 3rd and long from the 22. Back to pass. It's Wimsatt. Moving out of the pocket. And he can't find anyone open, and down he goes. A sack here late in the 4th. On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. Can't find his man. It'll be incomplete, and that is a heartbreaker this late in the game.
And this offense does not come up big. Man, you needed that first down. And listen, the communication with this offense and the execution has left a little bit to be desired, and especially in a big moment right here when you had to have a score and you had to have the 4th down conversion.
Calling a timeout here, you have to avoid making a mistake in this situation. They'll keep it on the ground. They want this clock to move. Out to the 36-yard line after gaining 10 on that one.
These situations are preached so much in college football. Finishing a game strong, understanding circumstances. They are running the football right at you, trying to keep that clock moving, get a few first downs, and get a W.
These corners going to give them some space. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Their work here is virtually done. No need to take any more chances. They'll line up in victory formation. Scoreboard operator got a workout in this one. Fun game for us to watch, but they can't come up with the W.
Yeah, and it's a team game, right? The offense did their job, but now defense will have to find a way in the future to make better plays, get stops, and stop them scoring so many points, especially when your offense does their job.
And we see a lot of games like this in college football when both offenses are just trading blows back and forth, and it just comes down to which defense can get a stop. And unfortunately for the losing team, they just were not able to get it done.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another Welcome, everybody, and we are fired up for another sensational college football matchup. Nobody at home today who can stake their claim in this neutral site showdown. Today, two teams collide in an old-fashioned SEC showdown. As we'll see, the Kentucky Wildcats taking on the second-ranked team in the land, the Georgia Bulldogs. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. Georgia likely to kick it deep to get things started. Oh, he's going to go for the return. That gamble did not pay.
At the 12.
Bring him down at the 12-yard line. this offense with a fresh set of downs. To the air, it's Wimsatt. Working that left side now. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. Kentucky right back to the line. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. Dialing up a second down pass play. Pulls it in. It's White. Brought down at the 25 after he picked up 10. They've got it 1st and 10 from the 25.
Well, the defense did a nice job taking everything away down the field, but once the drag route was caught, they just couldn't rally to the ball carrier in time to make a tackle, and as a result, new set of downs.
Tight end finds a soft spot. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's 1st down.
You know, sometimes when you're throwing against zone coverage, you need time for the routes to develop. So nice job by the quarterback there, being patient, allowing his receivers to work themselves open.
And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one. Completion a little short of the sticks. It's 2nd down. He leaves it with the back. Still running at the 40. Nothing but green ahead. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Wildcats!
And these offensive coordinators tell you they want to start fast and they want to establish the run game. That is exactly what you did. First drive, you hand the football off, making the big explosive run, setting the tone for this football game.
And they did tack on that extra point without any adventure. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll bring it out. It's Evans. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. 1st down here for the offense. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Pocket starts to collapse. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Wide receiver coming across in motion. From the gun, running back on the move. Pushed his way ahead. Really good run to get it out to the 20, a pickup of 5. You've got a 3rd and manageable, backed up in your own end, but convert here and you get some momentum. Back to pass, it's Beck. Feeling some heat. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. This is an opportunity to show your offense you believe in them. Their opening drive of the game, still in their own territory, going for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. And they gambled in their own end, and now they give up really good field position.
Yeah, and I tell you, that takes some onions to go for it in your own territory like that. I mean, they're treating this like it's a video game. They don't even care. They don't worry about the outcome. No big deal.
He's looking to throw it. That's caught. It's Brown. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Kentucky going quickly. They're going to run it. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. 3rd down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. Zings it complete to the right. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Wildcats. What a grab and go for the score. Well, just as you would expect, that didn't take very long.
It didn't, Reese, and you've got to make great field position count. When you've got opportunities, you got to pay it off. And the offense took advantage, scoring a touchdown. Didn't have far to go, but they got the points they needed.
He'll bring it out. It's Evans. He gets a block. He's on the loose. Wide open, and it's a foot race. He'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Dogs! He just took it the entire length of the field, end to end, coast to coast, nationwide for the touchdown.
And how about the fans in the stands going, no, 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 take a knee, no, yes, 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 yes. Over 100 yards for the kickoff return. Nice job taking that to the end zone, making a huge play.
Fielded in the end zone, it's White. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16.
Will take over. First and
10. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. Jesse looking to take it down the field for back-to-back touchdowns.
It's really important for them moving forward, too, to have a lot of bounce, right? You want to be able to keep this defense guessing, Colin.
Yeah, and you got me searching for answers after that last drive. You stack another drive on top of this, their defense's heads are going to be spinning all over the place.
To the air, it's Wimsatt. They're working that left side. At the 35, he's got room. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one.
And as a defense, how scary is it having to defend this guy? He's one of the fastest players in America, and you saw it on that last play. It's not necessarily throwing him the ball over your head. They just get it to him quickly. The hard part now is running and tackling that guy. Not easy to do.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Takes a handoff, and he's going right. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
A chance to sort of put the defense on its heels if you convert a 3rd and long. This one from the 44. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the big fella. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. On 4th down, looking for the completion. Makes a grab enough for the first. And they'll finally shove him out of bounds after a strong run. They were willing to spin that wheel of fortune in their own territory, and it paid off.
And it came up good. I mean, I think you see the aggressiveness by these offenses now, willing to go for it on their own territory, and I like it because they got it.
And you can forget running in the middle against this defense.
That's a really good stop by the defense. Jesse, they need a few more. You've given up a bunch of yards on this drive and a bunch of plays, but all that matters is keeping them off the score.
Yeah, it's that bend, don't break mentality you're seeing right now, and this is the point where this defense has just got to lock in.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
You know, the runner just has to have a little bit more patience and bounce that thing outside a little too early, and as a result, lost yards.
On 3rd down, going up top. Finds his man. It's Brown. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Kentucky!
And these slants are so hard to defend when the ball's thrown like that. The receiver catches it, and he's catching it going so fast, and you can tell the defense couldn't quite get the right angles, and he does the rest, uses his speed, gets all the way to the end zone.
He'll bring it out. It's Evans. Not nearly as much as he had hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. That 4th down gamble didn't pay off on the last drive, and it led to giving up. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Oh, what a grab by the defense. Takes it the other way. He's at the 30. He's out of bounds, showing off the hands on the pick, and then the nifty moves on a terrific return.
That's why as quarterbacks you cannot telegraph the pass. You cannot stare down your receivers because these defenders, they're watching you. And that defender knew exactly where the QB was going with that football, and that's why he picked it off.
And after the tackle, we are headed to the end of the first quarter.
At the end of the first quarter, with the score, Kentucky 21. Georgia 7.
Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. Trying to impose their will with the run. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Well, they're trying to get that run play going to the outside, but it's the defensive end who does a great job winning his one-on-one and forcing the negative play.
They've got a ways to go on third down from the 24 as this defense tries to force him into a field goal try. Trying to get to him. They're setting up the screen. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down. Now on fourth down, they'll try to come away with 3. And he'll envision the ball flight as he lines it up from the right hash and 38 yards out. And it's right down the boulevard. And that will extend their lead even further. That lead just keeps getting fatter, and this kickoff team doing a little running. Coming out with it, it's Smith. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. Trailing now by 17, David. This is an opportunity that they need to answer.
And down by 17, it's not panic mode yet. Like, I know we just gave up some points and our defense hasn't played great. I think this offense can still be who they are and stay consistent.
No doubt, lots of football to go, but you do get the feeling this is the time of game where, you know, it could get bad. If you don't score and all of a sudden they get the ball back, they take it down the field and put some points up, this thing might be over. So absolutely, this quarterback, he wants to drive this offense down the field and at least put something.
Looking downfield, it's Beck. Quickly out to the tight end. He'll have the first down as he gets it to the 28-yard line before he stops. Georgia comes quickly to the line.
Well, not down in distance. The quarterback's got to get rid of it so quickly, right? He knows the defense is going to be bearing down on him, so a nice job catching the gun snap and then turning and pivoting, getting it out of his hands quickly.
And he's got it inside the 35. And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30. The aerial assault continues. With the catch, it's Humphreys. He'll be brought down at the 3-yard line. An explosive play in the passing game has him on the doorstep. First and goal and a great opportunity to slice into this lead. He wants to throw it. He's got it. Takes it to the house. Touchdown, Georgia. After the score, we'll see if that breathes a little fire into it.
And you see it all the time, right? You get that score, you get that energy, the crowd gets involved, and the defense got to get out and get you a stop. But this was step one to getting them back in the ballgame.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. Fielded in the end zone. It's White. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Kentucky has it back, and the big blue offense takes the field. They've got the lead here. Last time they settled for a field goal, but David got to find that balance between being aggressive and careful. Got a lot of running room. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop.
And I tell you what, we can focus on the left side of the line of scrimmage because that's where the play starts. But you don't get big gains when you run out wide unless wide receivers, yes, wide receivers, commit to blocking, staying on their guys. Really good job on the outside by giving the running back space to make the big play.
And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain.
Well, man, there's some big hitting going on in the trenches right now. This defense, they take a lot of pride in stopping the run. Let's keep our eye on them throughout the course of the game and see if they can contain this running attack.
Looking downfield, it's Wimsatt. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming.
We know this guy's a weapon, not just taking handoffs, but he can catch the ball too. That play, not so much. You got to do a better job reeling it in.
After the second down misfire, looking at a 3rd and 8. From the gun, wants to pass. They're bringing heat. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down.
Great job by the defense dialing up some pressure on 3rd down. They hit the quarterback and forced the incompletion.
Perhaps emboldened by converting a 4th down earlier in the game, they'll try a 2nd time. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. And it's incomplete way downfield, and the defense rises to the occasion.
Well, great defense on that one. They were ready for pass. They forced the incompletion. They're coming off the field. That's a big win for this defense.
Wants to throw on 1st down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you could tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this thing has been one-sided, and they hope to at least have something to feel good about going into halftime. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. They're looking for an advantage in the running game to the right. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the 1st down marker. Despite failing earlier on 4th down, they will try again here. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Fires to the wideout. Makes the catch past the sticks. Turns out to be an easy conversion for this offense as they move the chains on 4th down. And the Bulldogs have it with a 1st and 10. Leaves it with the running back. Discards a man. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down. 8-yard pickup on 1st down leaves them with 2nd and short. They feed him again. And a really short game before he gets a whole bunch of company from the defense.
And a lot of times you want those big plays. You want those splash plays, but sometimes you're going to take some losses. You're not going to run the football overly well, but if you continue to run it, you can at least create some balance. You at least have the threat of it. Otherwise, you're just going to abandon it, and now it's just going to be a passing game.
The Dogs get the 1st down.
Yeah, nice job dialing up that short yardage situation play call there, David. They needed 1 yard, and they picked up 2.
Yeah, great job up front. Great job by the back knowing where they need to go. Nice having a hole you can get through and not have to just do it all on your own as a running back.
Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. They've got him looking to run, but they're going to throw it. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20. Quick timeout by the defense here, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. They've got it in field goal range, but they'll try to convert this 3rd and long from the 20. Looking for a man. It's Beck. Fires deep toward the end zone. And he wanted to get the score right there, but it falls incomplete. They'll try to get something out of this drive and kick the field goal here on 4th down. They pick the spot. It's going to be about a 37-yard attempt. Between the uprights, it's good. So they put the field goal on the board and about to kick it away, and hoping that'll be the final points of this 1st half. He'll bring it out. It's Brown. He took the risk bringing it out of the end zone, and he'll go out of bounds at the 20. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the 1st half. Trying to start the drive with a pass. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down. 2nd down coming. Kentucky right back to the line. On second down, he'll fire. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Fires it into traffic, and it's picked off. Going the other way, and he's got room. And after the interception, able to get it in plus territory, taking it back to the 41.
It's so easy to be up here in the booth and say, you should have put more zip on that. Sometimes you got to use the lob wedge. That time, you probably should have used the drive.
No good. And they couldn't cut into the lead. It's still a 7-point game.
Listen, he's a guy that makes 60-yarders in practice, so they give him that opportunity with his big leg. He misses it. The opponent didn't set up the return, so they're going to get the football back now. Pretty good field position.
Throws toward the end zone. Oh, and it's a pick. He threw it right into the double coverage. And he'll be brought down, and that's how we'll end the first half.
The end of the first half. With the score, Kentucky 24, Georgia 7.
Kentucky will boot it deep to get the second half underway. He'll bring it out. It's Smith. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. Tight game as we start the third quarter, and we'll see what type of adjustments they made at halftime.
And getting the ball first here, I think, is such a big deal. Like, I get the first chance to make a statement, to make the adjustments, to create some momentum for my squad right here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I think it's so important for this offense to set the tone here early in the second half, to get a nice drive going, build that confidence, and get your defense ready to come on out, get a stop, and change the complexity of this game.
Catch in the middle, it's Humphrey. Coming out, attacking from deep in their own end, and they're out at the 26 with the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll leave it with him. And they'll get it to the 39-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
You're down. Obviously, at the half, we had a conversation. We got to come out and put points on the board. And, Jesse, it looks like they're going to start with the ground game.
And I love this, David, too. Regardless of whether they're losing or they're winning, come out here and try to be the most physical unit here in the second half. Get this run game established.
Got his man. He found plenty of room, and he gets it to the 39-yard line. Great protection there. Plenty of time to sit in the pocket and let his receiver work across the formation.
And he did a great job working across the formation, finding a hole, quarterback, good timing, waiting on it. Nice strike.
And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down.
Yeah, this coaching staff, they're getting this offensive line lathered up and into a rhythm. Now they're letting them drive off the ball on first down on these running plays, and they're getting chunks of yardage.
Back to throw, it's Beck. Looking for the end zone. Pass on the way, it's picked off. And he's brought down after the pick, but not before putting his offense in business.
We've just seen in this game the ball has just gotten away from him a little bit. A couple of times, just hasn't been able to put it where he wants to. And as a result, that's now his second pick throw in this game.
Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. Running to the left. Into the pile, maybe got one. He stopped at the 21. Kentucky going quickly. They'll go right back to him. Creates a little room. And the big gain, they've got it on the 46.
How about the left side of the line getting off the ball, creating some holes for that running back to get through, make a big play on the handoff to the left.
When something works that well, you might as well go right back to it. I mean, they showed no indication that they could stop it.
I like to go back to it and hurry up. Get to the line of scrimmage quick, run it again.
And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain.
Small gain, I know. But again, the defense knows he's going to run the football. He's willing to run the football, not just drop back and pass. Make him honor the run game. You've got to do a lot of this.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. He's looking to throw. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy. That's why the ball falls incomplete.
Fires on the move. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete. 1 for 2 on 4th down attempts so far, and we will get a 3rd attempt here. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Fires to the tight end. And he got enough for the 1st down, but somebody put the hit stick upside his head. The metrics tell you so often, go ahead, go for it on 4th down, and it pays off there.
And that just shows you the head coach's confidence in his quarterback to go out on a critical 4th down and execute.
Knocked down at the 27 after a pickup of 5. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Looking for space, it's Wilcox. Just having these dudes bounce off of him like popcorn. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal.
Nice job getting outside, right? Those running backs, they get on those tracks, they run outside. Now they're in the open field. It's so tough. Those safeties are flying down, try to get an angle, but you could tell the speed sets him up, makes the big play out to the left.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. And the defense stopped him again on 2nd and goal. Running play to the left here, looking for the end zone. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Man, and that's a frustrating play when you go in reverse near the goal line, goal-to-go situations, Palmer. You got to get those positive yards. You can't go backwards if you're trying to get a touchdown.
You know, I'm trusting in my quarterback here to make the right decision. Looks like we're going to have to throw it, right? But if it's not open, just throw this thing away. You don't want to take a sack, lose extra yardage here. Just be smart with the football.
They'll play it safe and try for 3. Right on target the 1st time. Now he'll try another from 24 yards out. He splits the uprights and puts 3 on the board. And now the lead's extended a little further. So they're lining up to kick it off after that last drive. Put a 3 spot on the board, and now the defense will try to shut them down. Fielded in the end zone, it's Smith. Not nearly as much. When he brought it out of the end zone, he'll be stopped at the 15. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. The deficit here is just 10 points, David, so a chance to answer here.
Plenty of time left in this football game. No need to...
Can anyone catch him? He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a 1st down. The Dogs have had a long history of scrappy and efficient quarterbacks. Add a little star power to it, and you've got something working.
You definitely get a little extra something. We see it all across college football. You find that dude at the quarterback spot, it takes you from good to great, and you've seen that with Georgia over the last several seasons.
Let's see if they go back to the air on 2nd down. Wants to throw. It's back. Stands in and takes the hit. Touchdown, Bulldogs! And the comeback is on.
And these are the plays that you look back on tape, and everybody's like, nice work, nice toughness, QB. Just stand in there, know you're going to get blasted, but hold on to the ball till the guy comes over and feed him and get the 6.
And they tacked on the extra point. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll bring it out. It's White. Nothing wrong with the touchback, and they wish they had one right now, but he stopped at the 9-yard line. Kentucky has it back, and the Big Blue offense takes the field. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
And I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. Generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball the best. So let's see if they can be a little bit more physical on this drive.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Quickly to the tight end. And brought down. Looks as if that's how we'll end the 3rd. They'll keep the offense on the field on 4th down already with a 1-possession lead. Quarterback checking off. On 4th down, they'll try to throw it. And it's picked off. That's the turnover they desperately needed. Touchdown, Dogs! How about that D coming up with a play like that?
How about that play by this defense? The offense trying to salt the game away with the lead. Defense makes the biggest play in the ball game, hitting the pick, finding the end zone, and taking the lead late in this ball.
And the extra point is good, and every point counts. It's now a 4-point lead in the 4th. Coming out with it, it's White. Makes a move. He's got an alley. And there he goes. He will score. Touchdown, Kentucky. No guts, no glory. Caught it in the end zone. Didn't hesitate for a millisecond to take that thing back, and boy, did it pay off.
And this is why kickoff returns are so exciting. There's so much space between you and the other team flying down the field. The only time you're going to be provided that much space, and you could tell he knew what to do with that space. Kicked on the Jets by Felicia.
I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. They took it down the field for a touchdown the last time they had it, and now an opportunity to take the lead in this football game. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day.
That's number 2. That's a good year for a lot of people. What a day. Having 2 interceptions already. I might try my hand on the other guy. This guy is not somebody I want to mess with.
And the offense takes the field eager to go back to work. Running back searching for a hole. And they try the middle of this defense, and that is not happening.
Well, they've got the lead. The defense just did their part, getting a takeaway. So now if you're on offense, you want to run the ball and take as much time as possible between snaps. Stay in bounds and let this clock tick away.
They believe they can run right here. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1. Somebody needs to make a play here. It's 3rd and long from the 26. Back to throw. It's Wimsatt. He's got his man. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up.
Well, this defense has given up some big plays in this game so far, but they've got a lot of talent on that side of the football. Someone has to step up here, make a play, get a stop, and put their team in a position to win.
The give as they work on that clock. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
Well, we saw the coaching staff on the sideline challenging this offensive line to end this game. They've got the lead late now, and they know they're going to continue trying to run the ball to ice it.
Couldn't get him blocked on that last one. Now it's 2nd and 14. The running back has it. And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49.
Big third down for this defense. Listen, you've got to get the ball back. You know what they're doing. They're trying to run the football, but we need the clock to be on our side so our offense has some time. Got to make a stand right here on third down.
Makes the catch. It's Traynor. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
Everything went right on that play except the receiver going out of bounds. It's late in the 4th. You've got the lead. You're just trying to bleed the clock as much as possible. Just got to have better awareness on the field.
Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
And you hear about run blitzes. This is exactly what a run blitz is. When you know the ball's coming up the middle, you want to bring those linebackers, get them closer to the line of scrimmage, and fire. Right when the ball snaps, he's coming downhill, doing a good job creating the loss. That linebacker really knew what was going on.
On 2nd down, he'll let it fly. He's got it. Oh, the ball popped out. That's a way to mess up a drive. And they put it on the deck, but it gets out of bounds to avoid the turnover.
You start to get that offense going and start having success. You've got to make sure when you get closer to the scoring range, take care of that football. If you don't, coach is going to go you on the sideline, you in the game.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Wildcats!
And, you know, late in the games, offenses sometimes get conservative when they got the lead and they got the ball. I love this offense. They were aggressive. They got another score added to the lead. Now you're trying to salt this game away.
The AT unit on the field. And the extra point extends the lead to double figures at 10. So it's a 73-yard touchdown drive. And close the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. Fielded in the end zone. It's Evans. He gets it out to the 32 and sets him up with a little better field position. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Line gets set, first down. Corners are going to bail. Trying to find his man on first down. Makes a connection. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
Well, this offense has a ton of work left ahead of them here in this 2-minute situation late in the game, but the drive off to a good start. You get the first down, you get out of bounds, you work in the perimeter of the field. That is exactly what you want to do.
And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down. They'll line up for a second down play. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Finds his tight end. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. They'll throw it on first down. He's going up top. And he pulls it in inside the 15-yard line. The tackle is made, but he's got it first and goal from the 6. They'll hurry to the line with the clock still running. Dropping back, it's Beck. Another interception. This guy just can't find his own players. Crosses midfield. At the 30. The 10. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
That should be the nail in the coffin. What a great break on the football. Getting the big turnover. You got the lead. Now just go out there, be smart on offense, and run that clock.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Looking for a path to the end zone to the right. That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. They'd love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of a field goal, but it's 3rd and goal. They go to the ground. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Wildcats. Just put a little bit of distance in this game and try to put it on ice.
And the defense just trying to fight to stay in the ball game. That should be the final blow. No more hope, but good fight to the end.
And that extra point is a big one as they now have a 3-possession, 17-point lead in the 4th. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. He'll bring it out. It's Smith. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. Not a lot of hope here, down 3 possessions late.
No, and I love this part as a pass rusher because I'm just pinning my ears back, getting to the quarterback. I know it's a pass every single time. Palmer, I'm trying to pad my stats. I'm sure you're just trying to stay up here.
Well, we're definitely just trying to stay alive at this point, but you're also trying to build confidence, too, for your next opponent. If you can find some completions late in the game, even though it looks like you're going to lose it, it's all about building on the good things you do this week so that you're out executing at a higher level the next time.
To the air on 1st down. Grabbed in the middle. It's Etienne. And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes the stop. Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running. He wants to throw. Grabbed over the middle. It's Etienne. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a 1st down. The Bulldogs come to the line in the hurry-up. Dropping back, it's Beck. Ball falls to the turf. The final pass is incomplete, and that's going to do it for this one. Looking back on it, this game probably falls precisely into the definition of a trap game. Trap was Welcome, everybody, and we are fired up for another sensational college football matchup. Nobody at home today who can stake their claim in this neutral site showdown. We're really looking forward to this matchup. You've got a team that's made its way into the top 25, now trying to pass an all-important road test. As we'll see, the number 15 team in the country, the Alabama Crimson Tide, taking on a fellow SEC opponent, the Kentucky Wildcats. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. Kentucky about to kick off to get things underway. He'll bring it out. It's Henderson. Gets it across the 30 to the 31. Nice pick. Turn there. The offense set for a first down play. He's going to pass. Just a short pass to the tight end. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
That's a real good-looking throw. And I know at Alabama recently they've had a lot of different quarterbacks, and they've also had a lot of different guys calling plays. But one thing that's never seemed to waver is how explosive the offense has been, and the big reason is because of the efficient play they've had consistently year in and year out at the quarterback position as well. They recruited extremely well. They coach these guys up. And this is a guy who loves football, loves the X's and O's, and you're seeing it translate onto the field right now.
Gets it out fast. Oh, and after the big gain, the ball's loose. Oh, looks like the offense was able to recover it.
And what a great job by the defense, securing the wide receiver, getting the football out, getting it on the deck, and dadgummit if it didn't bounce right back to the offense.
From the gun, running back gets to give.
Now, that's what you're trying to do as a defense. Limit those damages when they run the football. Get them on the ground, short gains to set your defense for positive situations down the road.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Scanning the field, it's Milroe. Fires to the big fella. Really nice job there by both guys, the throw and the catch, to work that defense and get the first down. Ever since they invented the forward pass, the tight ends have been running the drag and getting the first down.
I think it's because the tight ends is so much versatility. You know, they can block and stay in the formation, or they can release and come out. But either way, if the quarterback's patient, most of the time, that drag route's going to come out.
Alabama comes to the line with 1st and 10. Wide out in motion. Miller with the ball. Mark it off as a 6-yard gain down to the 6-yard line.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run, then you open it up for the passing game.
The back goes in motion. He's back to throw on 2nd down. Makes the catch. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bama! Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point makes it 7-0. They took it 68 yards on that drive, and they get it into the end zone with a 6-yard touchdown pass. The kickoff team on the field as they'll send this one away. Fielded in the end zone, it's White. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. First down for this offense. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down. Kentucky right back to the line. Looking to throw, it's Vandergrift. He rifles one deep down the right side. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle is finally made.
That's a beautiful pass and catch. I love the job the quarterback does manipulating the defense with his eyes. He froze that safety, and that allowed his receiver more room to work his route.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one.
Every offense wants to be able to run the ball and be physical, especially on 1st down. And you want to create 2nd and short, 3rd and short, or just get 1st downs like that run right there.
They're going to ride this running back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
They try to go draw, but there's just way too much penetration in the middle of the offensive line, and that the offense has a negative play.
Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Back open in the middle. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
Yeah, and you gotta love those matchups. When you get a running back matched up on somebody else, it's never going to be a cornerback. That's not going to happen. So finding a good matchup, getting that speed isolated, now I'm going to go attack and make some plays.
Going to try to get it himself. He gets it oh so close to the 1st down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short.
This is why 3rd down is so difficult for quarterbacks, because the defense substitutes. They put faster guys on the field, and they've got all of their different exotic looks they've been game planning all week for. Some things you haven't seen on film yet, and it confuses your offensive line. It confuses you, and you're out here just trying to make plays, trying to do something right to get a 1st down. Wasn't able to gain a lot there.
They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on down.
I like it. This defense plays aggressive on 4th and short, and they are rewarded. Figured they would run the football. They did. Nice job getting some penetration and stopping that 4th down play.
He's stuffed after picking up one to the 23.
Yeah, and the running back didn't get much here, but, you know, you clearly want to always establish the tempo, run the football, be consistent, make that defense physically meet the challenge.
They're trying to get to it. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be 3rd down. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Pressure coming. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down.
And the quarterback's in the pocket, and he decides to take off and scramble and just couldn't get to the first down marker. You could tell he wanted to pass the football. Maybe it wasn't there. Maybe he scrambled a little bit too soon. But usually when you take off, you better know you're going to get close to that first down marker and get it.
Finds his man, and they convert. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. The give is to Miller. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Put it right on him. Sweet play, good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the first down. And here comes play number 6 of the drive. Here's the handoff. Just couldn't get away from the tackle.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. To the air. It's Milroe. Unleashes one. Complete to the right. And a nice grab with a defender right on him, and he's down at the 20. The Tide with the 1st and 10. Defense going to jam these receivers right off the line. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
I like it. Just frustrate the defense. Get that 5 to 6 yards. Make them honor the run. Make them know that you're willing to run the football and run it effectively.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. From the gun, to give, looking for room. Not a lot of daylight there. Let's give him 1 to the 14. Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it through the air. He's got it. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it 1st and goal.
Really nice job there of the quarterback. Reading coverage, he knew exactly where to go with the football and at what exact time. The timing could not have been better. They get the completion on 3rd down, setting up 1st and goal.
He'll do it himself. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Crimson Tide.
This quarterback makes very good decisions, not just when it comes to throwing the football, but in the option game as well. Knowing when to hand it off to the fullback, knowing when to pitch it, or when to keep it yourself. He showed you that there.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll bring it out. It's Brown. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. Getting late here in the first half, they'll have a chance to make this a one-possession game.
And the offensive play caller here has to really be...
Hit the afterburners, kid. And they'll bring him down, but not before he picks up the first down. Kentucky going quickly. Might as well give it to him again. On the move at the 30. All kinds of running room. And he's sprinting. He'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Kentucky!
And that's a nice drive, a nice physicality, punching it in with the run game. And here's the thing. I like where this offense is going. Nice job creating some momentum, going into the half, cutting down the lead. This thing could get really exciting. Nice job answering the bell right before the half.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. Coming out with it, it's Adams. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. Jesse, a very productive drive last time wound up with a touchdown.
Yeah, mixing and matching play.
Fires into traffic. It's picked off. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
Really nice job there by the defense, because I think they baited the QB into trying to fit that one in over the middle of the field. Remember, it's a big zone coverage. They've all got their eyes on him back there in the pocket, and they just let him feel like, maybe I can fit this football in. Not so fast. They come away with it.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
You see all this movement in football now, all the stem, the defensive line, they're sliding right before the snap, creating confusion for the offensive line. Then they're moving back and stunting. Really good job by the defense. Continue to move, continue to stunt, continue to get in the backfield and make this life hard on this running back.
Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. Third play of the drive, and they need to take advantage of this field position by making something happen on 3rd and long. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. They were unfazed by that earlier 4th down failure and will try for a second time in this one. Fires left. He makes a grab. And they finally get him to the ground. An easy conversion for this offense. Defense not exactly the perfect 4th down call there. And a chance to really carry momentum with them into the locker room if they can take the lead here. 1st and goal. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, and you see the sense of urgency now going up, right, David, on defense. You're creating a negative play with their backs up against the wall.
Everybody's selling out to stop the run. Nice job being aggressive by this defense.
Movement here from the tight end. They'll run it to the left here, looking for the goal line. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
All right, this offense just keeps trying to pound the ball into the end zone down tight, but the defense, they're very, very physical. So I think you got to think about either a perimeter run, a potential run-pass option, or let your quarterback try to go make a play thrown.
Clock winding towards 0. They'll get one more snap off. Trying to barge in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Kentucky. A quick strike, just as we expected.
And quick strikes are easy when you got such great field position. Obviously, when the offense starts in such a good spot, it puts the defense in a bad position, and the offense takes advantage.
Get that touchdown right before the half, build the momentum, and the last thing you need to do is mess it up by allowing a big kickoff return. He'll bring it back from inside the 15. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. They'll run it from the gun. At the 35, he's loose. They make the stop, and that is the end of the first half. So that'll do it here in the first half. Stay tuned. Halftime is coming. They want to get the ball back right now, lining up for an onside kick to start the second half. That's why they call them the hands team. They're able to secure the onside kick.
Man, how about that? You come out of the locker room, you just had a little bit of a break, you rested, you told your club we're going to come out, and now we're going to be aggressive. We're going to kick an onside, even though we're winning and we failed. Now this defense better step up and respond.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Kentucky right back to the line. They'll go right back to the run. And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup.
This offensive line better figure out a plan for this D tackle. He is tough to block with one guy. You might want to start double teaming him. He's going to be a problem moving forward. You saw all of his ability on that last play.
They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. Looking to pass. It's Vandergrift. Unloads to the wideout. A strike downfield. Touchdown, Wildcats! And once he got loose, it was all over.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the time to be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone. That was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll call for the fair catch here. Here comes that Alabama offense. Give to the back. Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk out to the 30-yard line.
It's a nice game, but the big theme here is they just haven't been able to get the run game going on offense. They've been very one-dimensional. They're just not being physical enough at the point of attack.
On second down, he's looking downfield. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. Ball sitting right at the 30. It'll be third and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires one high and deep. No, he loses the ball after the huge gain. Oh, looks as if the defense got it.
Well, it's a nice job by him making the catch, but guys, you got... and put it away. The play's not over. And give the defender credit for knocking it loose, and the defense jumps on.
So he took a chance by using a timeout on the challenge, and it comes back to bite him. We'll see if he needs that timeout later. Kentucky has it back, and the big blue offense takes the field. The give to the left side. At the 45 on his way. And an explosive play has him on the move, and he gets it all the way to the 48-yard line.
Hey, listen, explosive plays comes in all different shapes and sizes. That time, they attack the outside to the left on the ground, and that is a momentum-shifting play.
They know they have a huge advantage there. I expect them to go right back to it.
And what do you do now if you're on defense? You got to be expecting that they're going to try and tap that side of the field, maybe in the same way, maybe on this next play right here.
The give to the tailback. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a first down.
And David, how demoralizing does it have to be for a defense when you know they're going to run it, everyone in the stadium knows they're going to run it, and still you cannot stop it?
There's nothing more demoralizing as a defensive lineman because...
Afterburner's coming. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Wildcats. Saw a crease, nothing but green grass and opportunity, and he flashed through it for 6.
And when you can get 30-plus yards out of your running back and he can make big plays like this, man, it's hard to call a lot of passes. I'm just going to feed this guy the rock.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. Fielded in the end zone. It's Adams. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. And after that last turnover, David, prime example, sometimes the harder you try, the worse it gets.
And it just puts you behind the 8 ball. I mean, this offense has to do something, put it together. You got a deficit, Palmer. You need some mojo. Something needs to go your way.
At this point of the game, they've got to score touchdowns every time they have possession.
Now on first down from the 28. Looking to move it through the air. Got it in the middle, it's Law. And he's still running after the move. Defense on skates that time. They finally drag him down at the 42.
How nice is it as a quarterback that you don't have to throw post routes to get great stats? No, I can just throw it quickly to one of the fastest players in the entire nation and let him burn this defense.
Comes out throwing on first down. Finds the tight end. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. A new set of downs after the completion. He'll come out throwing on first down. Looking to the big tight end. Complete to the right. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
When I'm a quarterback and I see zone and I see my guy curl up real quick, I got to hum it. And he threw that thing with some revolutions, with some velocity right to his receiver so he can make the catch.
Hand off from the shotgun. Pulled down after a pickup of 5. They'll mark it at the 8.
I know the passing game sells, the passing game is exciting, but it's not exciting to get 5 or 6 yards of pop on the ground, but it will be very successful.
He wants it all. It's incomplete. He was shooting for the end zone right there.
Well, I love the coverage on defense. In the red zone, everyone's got their eyes on the quarterback, and they're flying to the football, and you saw that there on the incompletion.
Looking to throw, it's Milroe. It's complete. They will score. Touchdown tie. Here comes the 2-point try. The snap sets up the throw. Coming after it. On the run, still looking. Throw to the end zone, picked off.
The 2-point attempt is no good. That keeps the score. Kentucky, 28.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
Number 86, set to
He'll bring it out. It's Brown. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff.
Seventeen.
He stopped at the 17. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. Boy, David, they would love to stack another touchdown on top of that last drive.
And this offense did such a good job on the last drive. Everything in rhythm, moved the ball down the field, didn't make those mistakes, Jesse, and they need to do it again on this one.
Yeah, you're right. They had the defense on their heels. You wonder what sort of communication was going on that sideline. What sort of changes were they able to make? Because they got to stop the bleeding right now.
The give to the single back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Kentucky going quickly. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Got it in the middle. It's Wilcox. And he couldn't quite get to the marker, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Deep to shallow. That's what I have to understand that as a defensive guy. I take away those passes beyond the sticks, and then I react to those quick throws they have to the running back. It's my athlete versus yours. The defense won that battle.
On 4th down, they're taking to the air. Makes the grab well past the sticks. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a 1st down at the 37.
Wow, and that was just a bang-bang play. On that fourth down, the coverage was tight. QB had his receiver. He knew where he wanted to go with it, but the only way that ball gets completed is if he puts a little extra mustard on it, and he shows you the arm talent on the throw.
That's the end of the third quarter of play. With the score, Kentucky 28, Alabama 19.
They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. They'll give it to the back. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
Really nice awareness by that guy, too, because it looked as though his momentum might carry him out of bounds, might stop the clock, but he knew to get down. He was fighting to make sure he fell down in the field to play, and as a result, the clock keeps ticking.
And they'll bring him down after a short pickup. They've got some work to do on this 3rd and long from the 40. They'll run it behind the big guys on the left. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. Now on 4th down and 5, they'll try to move the chains. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Incomplete on 4th down, and man, did they need to keep that drive alive. Looking for a productive play on first down. He wants to throw. Fires to the wideout. It's caught downfield. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the first down. Good start to this drive, and they'll need much, much more if they're going to give him a finish.
They need a ton more of this, but you got to start the drives great. The first play needs to be really good. That was a good start. Now we got to keep building on it, and we got to do it in a hurry.
Alabama pushing the tempo. To throw, it's Milroe. Buys a little time with his feet. And with not much doing downfield, he found his parents open in the stands and threw it to him. And the D denied them on 2nd and goal. He's looking to throw. Steps away to find some room. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling.
And I really like the decision by the quarterback there. Like, listen, it's early in the downs. Like, don't force it. Don't make a turnover. He tucks it, get what you can get, and then live to play the next down. I like that execution by the QB.
On 3rd and goal, they'll try to throw it in. Lets it fly. Almost intercepted in the end zone, and what a red zone stop that would have been. It'll be 4th down. So here we are on 4th down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. He got it. After putting up the field goal, they're set to kick it away. He'll bring it out. It's Brown. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Kentucky has it back, and the Big Blue offense takes the field. We'll see if that failed 4th down in their own end last time, David, sort of curbed some of the aggressiveness.
When you hear about it all the time in football, go for it. Be aggressive. The problem is when you get stopped, sometimes they put you in a hole. And Jesse, now the offense has to come out and respond.
They were real disappointed not getting that first down. You can see it on the sideline. So let's just see if that's kind of galvanized them a little bit here to go make a statement and get some points.
Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34.
And listen, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. I mean, I love teams that commit to the run, and when it's successful, keep running the rock.
Yeah, David, I think this offensive line right now, they've got a lather going. They're really sort of getting in the groove and flow of this game. They're just getting tremendous push at the point of attack. It seems like every single time they decide to run the ball.
They'll run the ball. The clock is on their side. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Last play was a near disaster, now dealing with 2nd and 13. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. Fire into the right, complete.
Nice patience by the quarterback here working against zone coverage. He was allowing his receiver an opportunity to find that open space in the defense before pulling the trigger.
3rd and short from the 44, and we might know if they plan to go for it on 4th down by what they call here. To the ground to try to move the chains. Just nowhere to go against this defense to find that single yard he needed on 3rd down.
Stopping the run is about physicality. It's about I'm bigger than you, I'm stronger than you up front. Really nice job by the defense, showing their strength, bowing up, stuffing the run.
They really have no choice here. This is a no-brainer. You go for it here on this 4th down. He is stopped short, and isn't that going to make things interesting?
And as a defense, that's all you can ask for. Give the ball back to your offense. Yes, you're still down. You gave them a chance. They got the football. They got some time left. Now can they put a drive together? Maybe go tie this game. Maybe go win this game. Great stop by this defense.
Nice route there by the tight end, making it real easy for his quarterback to find an easy completion.
It'll be a 1st and 10 from the 29. He's looking to throw it. Fires downfield. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. They'll finally put the brakes on him at the 3. A big throw, catch and run on that one. Clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up. Trying to barge their way in. And he's able to bounce off one tackle, but still not a whole lot of running room. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their 1st of the half. They'll put the tight end in motion. They go right back to this guy on 2nd and goal. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. If they can get it in here, we could have a thrilling end to this game. It is 3rd and goal. Looking for a man. It's Milroe. Unleashes to the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Alabama! Getting set for the point after. And the extra point gives him a 1-point lead here in the 4th. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they cap the drive with a 4-yard touchdown pass. Fielded in the end zone, it's Brown. He's got a lot of confidence to bring that ball out of the end zone, but it didn't work out this time, out of bounds at the 16. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. They were really aggressive going for it in their own end last time and put them in a tough spot, David.
Yeah, aggressive, reckless. They got to find the balance with this offense to really be productive. And last possession they went for it, they rolled the dice, Palmer, and it didn't work out for them.
Yeah, if you're better on 3rd down moving forward, though, you can keep yourself out of it.
Hey, that's a live ball. And the fumble goes out of bounds. They'll maintain possession, actually picked up yardage on the play.
Ooh, offense really lucky there. Ball on the ground. Everybody's trying to make a scramble for it, and it just goes out of bounds. So the offense lucky to maintain possession.
And the Wildcats pick up the 1st down. Clock stops momentarily for the 1st down. They'll hurry to the line. They'll give it to him again. Oh, he's so hard to get on the ground. He's got jumping ahead.
And you're in a position to take the lead right now. You're in field goal range. Field goal is going to give you the lead. So let's go attitude downhill runs. Throwing the ball here, you risk taking sacks, you risk turning it over. You need plays that you can run in your sleep, and you've got to trust the big fellas up front to get it done.
That last big play has them in business. Just outside the red zone, it's 1st and 10. He rumbles all the way down to the 2-yard line. He gave a little bit of everything on that one.
First down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big game.
Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. They'll get the timeout with 5 seconds remaining to play. After getting knocked back, it's 2nd and goal from the 4. He'll run it to the right here and try to get it into the end zone. Timeout is called with just 2 seconds left to go. A huge pressurized kick coming right now as this game hangs in the balance. And this to take the lead, and it's getting late. Splits the uprights, it's good. And after the field goal, guys, they are back on top. Well, how about this one? A fun one. These guys came in as underdogs, and they walk out as the winner.
They didn't care they were unranked. That's not what they were worried about. Oh, this team's ranked. They weren't looking at any different. They were looking to come in and get the W and execute. Great job believing they could come, Jesse, and knock them off.
Yeah, you're right, David. This team came in with something to prove, and they knew they had a national audience that was going to be paying attention to this game. What a great job going out under the lights, big-time stage against a ranked opponent, and really putting their A game out there on the field.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team, I'm Reese Davis. This has been another